and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ms K.P.M. If you didn't know, now you know. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. And if you happen to be new here, hi there. Like I said, my name is Ms K.P.M. and this is my YouTube channel. I hope that by the end of the video, or I suppose even now, that you click the subscribe button to become part of my rocking family. We are. On a Saturday night in the summer, sundown and they all come out. Lamborghinis and they're rented hummus. The party's on, so they're heading downtown. Everybody's looking for a come up, and they wanna know what you're about. Me in the middle with the one I love it. We're just trying to figure everything out. We don't fit in well, cause we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. Yeah, you look stunning, dear, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row at fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know inside the world. So guys, in today's video, even before I can speak about in today's video, you guys probably want to know where I've been, and that is basically what today's video is about. People ask me like, why are you not uploading on YouTube? The huge question is it because of matric pressure? Some people, if they leave YouTube for a while, they'll tell you guys, your school guys has got me by the neck. I can definitely tell you guys that that is not my excuse. I have two reasons, right? The first reason is I felt like I need to stop producing content that actually has an impact on people, not just like content that will entertain people like my vlogs, but I want to do something that will actually have an impact on people. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I thought to myself. Second reason, which is like the main reason, is it even breaks my heart to say this, but I haven't been mentally fit to stand in front of my camera and say I'm filming a video for YouTube. But today I finally gathered the courage to do that. The fact that I gathered the courage to come stand in front of my camera and film today, for me that is like a huge achievement. Literally, you guys, anyone else can see it as a small thing, but considering what I've been going through the past few months since last year, I can honestly say I am proud. The honest truth is that since last year September, I've been going through the most. You know, like all this time, you have those days where you go through something but they just pass. But I can honestly say that last year September is where it really hit me. Like it hit me, guys, it hit me where I felt the emotion stronger than ever, and I felt I'm actually going through something, like I'm actually feeling in a certain way that isn't the way that I normally feel as a person. I can honestly say that when I stepped into my matric year, I had an old mentality. Like I thought that things will be the same as they were in grade 11. Not in terms of academics, but I literally thought I can still do debate. I can still become an katp member. So for the first few days of my matric year, I went to my debate practice and I went to sign up to become an katp member. But then a few days later, it started to sink in that I'm not okay, that I'm not okay and I just can't do all of these things. So I had to, dismiss myself, find a way to just dismiss myself. And I thought for the debate, oh my gosh, I went to trials last year and there's no way I can dismiss myself from this. But there were trials and I didn't go to the trials. And for the katp, I didn't make the payment. So there were kind of things that I realized that,
I just can't cope with all of these things. The only thing that I had, that I was coping well with was my musical. Debate was generally a thing that I loved. Like, I love debate. I love debating, and I loved being part of the Articafia, but it came to a point where I realized that you're not mentally okay to be doing all these things, and that I realized I can only handle one thing. That's the reality that kicked in. I had an old mentality of I can still do the things I was doing grade 11, but then this reality kicked in that you're not okay and you can't continue with all these other things that you were doing. When I stopped doing those things, like when I stopped doing my debate, when I stopped becoming an Articafia member, all these extra things, when I stopped, the way I was feeling, it got worse. Remember, all this time I was keeping myself busy, and I started to realize certain things, and it's things that hurt, guys. It's not things where you realize, I didn't realize this and it's so amazing, but it was things that I realized that hurt, and I was like, I didn't know, and I was very ignorant all this time. Guys, I honestly want to say this, and I want you guys to hear this from me. I'm saying this out of experience. Sometimes or participating in this and that you don't actually get time to realize what emotions are stored within you, like deep down inside, because you're forever busy. So guys, I really want to say this now. Sometimes you just need to detach from the world. It's not bad, it's really not bad, but you will realize certain things about your life. It's kind of sad to say, it's like you are very unsure about this, or you just don't know what decision to take, things like that. If you're just unsure about your life, or you don't know, that is the thing to do. That's the time when you'll actually realize what you feel. That's the time things about your life become very clear in that short space of time. Sometimes people, they like, ask yourself, what am I without all of these people? You came into this world alone. As I tell you guys, like, I'm honestly saying this out of experience. I know that short space of time, like I said, I realized certain things that hurt, but also there's growth that I experienced. One thing about me, guys, is I am generally a very optimistic person, like, I'm very optimistic in the sense of, if someone is anxious about an exam or a test, I'll be like, don't worry, I know you're gonna do well, or I just know that things will happen. I have this thing of like, I believe this will happen, I'm just like that. I'm not really I'm not even like a what if kind of person. What if this, what if that? That is not my language. My language is, this will happen, you will see it happen, But there were days where I would just feel anxious. Like, I'd feel anxious in the sense of, I'm anxious because, like, I'm just anxious, I don't know. So there was that kind of thing that I was feeling, and I just really needed someone to tell me, listen, Katla, you know what? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Believe things will work out for the best. I needed someone like that. It's not always like that in this world, Sometimes we just expect too much from people. But here's something that I can definitely say, something that stands out for me. Forget about all these people in this world. I serve a living God, and I know that He always pulls through for me, even if I'm going through this and I know that nobody is there for me, no physical person is there telling me Katla was gonna be okay, but I know that God is fighting for me where He is, and I know that God is with me in this mist. Then whatever I'm going through, that situation, the way I'm feeling, I know that I'm not going through this alone. I'm going through this with God. And something that I always say to myself in my life is, I always say that God did not bring you this far just to leave you. God will not bring you here and say, no, God really knows what He's doing, guys. Like, things never make sense. Our understanding as human beings, they can't comprehend God's plans and God's greatness. I can honestly say that there are times in my life where I wanted things, but God didn't bless them with me when I wanted them. And I felt like a failure. I felt like I was horrible. I was miserable. But tell me, I didn't expect it. God just he did it. And I was like, God, so all this time you knew, you know? So believe me, God has a timing. On that note, I'm back, and guess what? I'll be spreading more awareness about mental health. Reason being, over the past few months, I've realized how crucial mental health is. I really don't believe that it should be ignored, because this is the reason why we have high rates of suicide in society. It's because mental health is actually often neglected. I believe that it shouldn't, you know, which is why I'll be talking about it on my channel. But otherwise, guys, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if there are any matters you'd like me to touch on or to talk about on my channel, please comment down below in the comment section. Please share this video, and please share it like with your contacts, your friends, on your status, whatsoever. Subscribe. It's currently load shedding, by the way, so I'm filming on 5%, but that's not my chat for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love and light, Ms K.P.M.